Hi, I'm Avraham Scheinberg, Rabbi of Congregation Rodfei Shalom in San Antonio, and we're going to talk about Hanukkah today. Hanukkah is a beautiful holiday. It's one that's spent with family, spent around the table with glowing candles, glowing lights, giving gifts to each other, playing Dreidel. It's something that we can all enjoy and just so beautiful, such a beautiful warm atmosphere. But we have to remember at the end of the day that it commemorates a special holiday, something that happened, that message is something that we want to keep with us for all generations. And let's start there with the history of what Hanukkah commemorates and how it came about. There were Greek Hellenistic influence in the land of Israel at the time, and a band of Kohanim, of priests in the temple, stood up to the influence of anti-religion that was trying to be introduced into the Jewish land, and they fought for rights of how to practice Judaism as they wanted. And again, these were bands of priests that served in the temple. These weren't warriors. A small band, a family of non-warriors going up against the Greek army, the best army of the time. And there were two miracles that happened. One was the miracle of the fact that this small band of people, non-soldiers, was able to expel the dominant Greek army, the dominant Greek force, and also more famously that there was a miracle in the temple, that when they came in to rededicate the temple and rid it of the pagan idols that were being introduced by the Greeks, that there was only a jug of oil that they found to light the menorah, the Hanukkah menorah, the temple menorah, and that jug was supposed to last for only one day. And instead a miracle happened, and it lasted for 8 days in the temple. 8 days that oil stayed lit until they were able to get more oil in the temple, and that was the miracle of Hanukkah. Those two things combined, the miracle of the victory of the war and the miracle of the oil lasting for 8 days in the temple. And that's famously why we light the candles today, the Hanukkah candles today, to commemorate in the temple that miracle of the oil lasting for 8 days. And today there are many people that light with candles, as you'll see in the stores, these little candles that are made of different colors. But there are also people that light specifically with olive oil, because that is how the miracle happened. In the temple they didn't use candles. In the temple they used pure squeezed olive oil. So today there are many people that light their candles with olive oil. And of course that's why there is a custom today on Hanukkah to eat fried foods as well. Food that's fried in oil. At the time in Israel, the Greeks were persecuting the Jewish people and saying, we don't want you practicing your religion. We don't want you studying. We don't want you studying the Bible. We don't want you studying the Torah. But of course the Jewish people still got together to study. And so they would get together in their houses, and as the story goes, as the tradition goes, they would have games that they would bring, that if the soldiers would come in, the Greek soldiers would come in to do a search, that they would say, oh, we're not studying, we're just playing games. And that's one of the legends of what we do today of the Dreidel. The Dreidel is the top that we spin. It has 4 sides, and here it says, Nes Gadol Haya Sham, so it has the letters, the acronyms of that statement, that there was a great miracle that happened there in Israel. In Israel they have a Dreidel that says Nes Gadol Haya Po, that there's a great miracle that happened here that we're trying to remember. And so families get around together after they light the candles, after they light the Hanukkah candles, and they play Dreidel, they spin the Dreidel, they spin the top, and if you land on one of the letters, you get the whole pot, and if you land on one of the letters, then another different one, you have to put in something, you have to put in whatever you're playing with, pennies, dollars, M&Ms, whatever you guys are playing with, you put that together in the pot, and you spin the Dreidel, you spin the top, and if you land on the good letter, if you land on the gimel, then you get the whole pot. And that's how people play Dreidel and other games, to commemorate, to remember that there was a time that we were being persecuted and not being able to study and not being able to teach our religion, and this had to be the cover-up that we used for why we were all getting together. A little light can go a long way to dispelling a lot of darkness. And when we light those candles, we have to remember that it's not just about the gift giving and spinning the dreidels and eating the fried foods, but it's about bringing the light of God back into the world and sharing that with everyone. This is Rabbi Avraham Scheinberg from Congregation Rodfei Shalom in San Antonio, wishing you all a happy Hanukkah.
Thanks for checking out this episode. Be sure to like and subscribe so you get a notification every time a new episode hits. And if you want to check out some of our previous episodes, and we've got some really good ones, click on one of the thumbnails and that will take you right there. And finally, if you want to know more about CUFI and the work we do, go to CUFI.org to check out all the resources we have available free to you.